All right, so now I'm going to try to disprove your hypothesis. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Well, first, actually, before I do that, okay, well, I'm gonna start to disprove this hypothesis now. I'm just sort of laying out different pieces of evidence that could be disconfirming to your hypothesis. That's all. So let me just.
We're going to disprove it.
Well, I'm not saying I'm disproving it. I'm just saying.
You said you were going to disprove it.
No, I said I'm going to attempt to sort of provide some evidence that is puts it lower down in the rank of analysis. All right, so now I'm going to try to disprove your hypothesis. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start to disprove this hypothesis now. Well, I'm not saying I'm disproving it. I'm just saying.
You said you were going to disprove it.
We did put a poll, and I put a poll up in the chat. Says, who's winning so far, Mick or Kent? It was pretty damn close. It was 55% in favor of Kent by. So, man, this was almost straight down the middle. There was 186 votes. Don't look so sad, Mick. Don't look so sad.
That's fine. No, it's
okay.
good. I mean,
it's okay. Maybe you'll win the next one.
That's great because this is a pro-UFO crowd, really.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I see
Please,
a lot of
Mick.
people in the chat asking for an exit poll, and I think some people may have changed their position.
Okay, we'll get an exit poll. I'll get an exit poll the second hour, Mick West. We'll do this scientifically.
So here's a couple of clips that I personally also have a problem with, where you say things like, so what we're looking at is a tail of an end of a jet plane. First of all, we don't know that it is, but you're saying on national TV that it is. I think you're going too far to saying that it is.
I agree. I should have had more time there, but unfortunately I had about 4 minutes to explain all 4 videos. I thought I only got to 3 of them. But,
right. So there's a compression, I guess a parallel here between both Twitter and national TV, where you say things like, all of these things have very reasonable explanations. Nothing to worry about, essentially only the ones we have video evidence for, right?
I agree with that. That's not a compression. That's true. They all have very reasonable explanations, like plausible hypotheses that fit the facts.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
All right. So now I'm going to try to disprove your hypothesis. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Well, first, actually, before I do that, both of the FLIR and the gimbal both rely upon there being a friendly jet, though, correct? Like a friendly.
Well, some other jet.
Some other jet, right? So some
probably
sort of
friendly. I mean, like it'd be very unlikely for an adversary jet to be in the neighborhood. It may be a military jet, or it may be a civilian jet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start to disprove this hypothesis now.
Underwood's done an interview. I don't think it's actually fully been released yet, but maybe he'll say more about that. Yeah. But the thing is, his story has changed. If you go back to this report, the executive report, which was done by ATIP, by actually interviewing people, there's things in there that are just completely wrong. Like he says that he thought that the object was co-altitude or about up to 5,000 feet below him. Whereas in the video, it clearly shows that it's above him, that it's like, I can't remember what it is, like 5 degrees up or something, like 6 degrees up. So there's these big discrepancies between what was reported back then and what is being recalled now, 17 years later. And so it's very difficult to say this is actual data. And if you're talking about, Dietrich says there was jamming, but Dietrich doesn't agree with Fravor on the length of the encounter.
Right. And there's time dilation.
Huge discrepancies.
So I guess the overall point that I want to make here is just that we obviously need more data to know for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We're in the realm of talking about eyewitnesses. And so I don't but I just want to move on through some of these other points here because, I'm just sort of laying out different pieces of evidence that could be disconfirming to your hypothesis. That's all. So let me just.
We're going to disprove it.
Well, I'm not saying I'm disproving it. I'm just saying.
You said you were going to disprove it.
No, I said I'm going to attempt to sort of provide some evidence that is puts it lower down in the rank of analysis.